All right, here's the reality check. So look at your phone right now. Think about the last time that you hit submit on an application or even thought about talking to a banker. You think you're locked out of the room because of your revenue, your credit score, you know, maybe because you haven't worked hard enough, right? And it's a lie. There's a silent digital wall between you and the capital that you need to scale, and it has absolutely nothing to do with how good your business is. The truth, a human being isn't even looking at your paperwork. You're being judged by a ghost in a server room. It's essentially a silent filter, you know? Everyone thinks that business capital is still built on relationships and handshakes. It's not. It's an automated meat grinder. And when you apply for a line of credit, an algorithm scans your entire corporate existence in less than a second. And if it finds just one microscopic mismatch, something that you would consider, maybe a harmless typo or something like that, it triggers a silent rejection. And 2 weeks later, you get a generic letter in the mail saying that you were denied. And you're left kind of like scratching your head and, what? My business broken. And it's not. You just look sloppy to a computer. It's a program that doesn't have a soul and it doesn't care about your vision. And, it's essentially what we have to do is we have to look at the matrix. We have to look under the hood. We have to pull back the curtain on this. Because, once you understand how the machine actually operates, you can't unsee it, right? It's banks they don't just check the FICO score, right? They feed your data into a massive background database, specifically a monster called Lexis. And this system tracks your digital footprint, every address you've lived since you were 20, every phone number you've ever used, every utility bill for the last 15 years. And if LexisNexis has an old personal cell phone secretly tied to your name from 5 years ago, but like your new corporate application lists your current office line, the algorithm will flag it, and because it's not up to date, right? Like, it's all of a sudden high risk, and the computer assumes that someone is trying to steal your identity, and boom, instant auto rejection. A human underwriter, a person who would actually look at your revenue and love your company, never even sees your file. It's like, it's like a security door. If the key is off by a fraction of a millimeter, the lock, it won't even turn. And, the people pulling seven figures out of the banking apparatus, they don't just apply for money. Right? They practice what we call entity hardening. They're making their business profile completely bulletproof. And, the algorithm just takes it, right? So, at GHC Funding, we watch brilliant founders and, sharp real estate investors get locked out of the system every single day, completely blind to the rules of the game, that we're all trying to play here. So we did something that's a little bit unconventional. We mapped out the exact underground process that we use internally to bypass all of these digital traps. And we turned it into a strict framework, and we call it the unified bridge. It's a forensic blueprint, right? It's not a theory. It's a literal roadmap on which you can work within the banking apparatus to recognize your business as a safe bet, right? We do this all in 90 days or less to get you past algorithmic filters and give you a shot at that tier one capital, SBA loans, prime lines of credit, and the heavy funding rounds. Leverage, why give this away, right? Let's be real. It's not charity. It's some form of leverage. We want to deploy capital. We want to fund your next play of real estate, your acquisition. That's how we win. But we can't fund a business that a computer algorithm blocks at the front gate. So if you use this blueprint to harden your entity, you fix your profile and make it easy for us to get back to you. It's a strategic alignment. So there's a qualification button right next to this video. Just tap that button and you'll go straight to a web form. Complete that. And we'll send you over the unified bridge. It's a forensic blueprint and you'll have it straight to your inbox. No questions asked. It's going to give you a lot of information to help you audit your own data against the machine. My team will run your profile against current institutional guidelines to see exactly which capital pathways are open to you right now. There'll be no sales pitches, okay? No fluff, no raw data. Just a framework. It's a clear view on the board. So yeah, click the button, fill out the form. Let's fix your profile and get you what you actually deserve. I'll see you on the inside. Thanks.